Gardner, on this particular model, they use seawater. They use coolant for everything, and then they just cool the coolant down once. A bit of a mouthful. All right.
6 times fast.
Yes, a bit like
Cool
that.
the cooler once. Cool the cooler once.
Yeah. So is everyone okay with the seawater? Through there, through there, through there. Cool. That's my header tank, and it's my cooler. Cools the coolant down, and the coolant does everything else. So I've now cooled the coolant down. Now I will follow the coolant. I think it's easy on this motor. Yeah, it is. So the coolant is kept in this reservoir. As the coolant drops down, it's cooled by the seawater going through it without mixing. Then it goes down here. The coolant comes down, goes here, and this is my coolant recirculation pump right here. From there, so it's been stored, it's been cooled. It comes down here. The coolant is now pumped. This is now an oil cooler, so it cools the oil down, engine oil down. From there, the coolant comes up here, and this is the air. This is where the air. See, it's off the turbo. This is where the compressed air from the turbo, which is hot, comes in here, and that has a fair bit of heat in it. So we're using coolant to take some heat out, but because it's coolant, it's not that cold. You still can knock a fair bit of heat out of it. So it's cool the oil that's been stored, cooled, pumped, oil cooled, air cooled. From here, it now comes out and cools. That's the gearbox cooler right there. Cools the gearbox cooler down, and those lines go to the gearbox. From there, it comes back here, and that's called the gearbox, and from there it goes into the engine. Cools the whole engine down, comes up, it still has one more job to do, then comes up, and then it comes out and it cools the exhaust down. That's a water jacket on the exhaust. It cools the exhaust down, then that's final. It's done its final thing then, except for coming back to the reservoir and starting all over again. Cooled, stored, cooled, pumped, oil, air, gearbox, engine, exhaust, back to the start. Roughly just sort of keep up with that. Come and have a look at it.